Hey everybody, it's Magnificent Mike, and I'm back here to talk about what matters to me most of all: freedom and the joy you get from the MAGA freedom. Is Trump gonna attack Iran? Maybe so, maybe not. Is he gonna make the tariffs big or not big? Maybe so, maybe not. He keeps people guessing. That's freedom. That's power. Freedom and power to change your mind whenever you want. Unlike those wishy washy, wimpy liberals, we conservatives, we've got our values and we live our values, which means that we don't have to do any second guessing. We just decide what we think and then change our minds whenever we want. And nobody can keep up with us, and we keep everybody guessing, which proves that they're wimps. We have the freedom to never have to be consistent. Why should we be consistent? Why should we ever apologize for changing our minds? That is not the MAGA way. The MAGA way is to change your mind whenever you want. And I love it. Let me tell you why I love it. I love it because no matter what, I can find some reason why I'm right. Why I was right before, why I'll be right tomorrow. I can always say, I knew that would happen. If it's a good thing, I can say, I knew it would happen, I caused that. If it's a bad thing, I can say, I knew that would happen because you're stupid and I never supported that. And I can change my mind whatever I want. That's the fun of it, okay? I'm always right about the past, which means I'll always be right about the future. And how do I pull that off? How do I do that? I'll tell you how I do it. I do it by changing my mind whenever I want. Changing, they call it moving the goalposts. They call it changing your standards. They call it hypocrisy, but they're wrong. It's not hypocrisy. I've got integrity. Believe me, I've got integrity. But what I'm saying is, I get to change my mind whenever I want and whatever I do. It's like you can shoot the bullet anywhere and then just paint a target around it. And that's MAGA freedom. Freedom from having to learn from your mistakes. Freedom to always be right. That's what I am. That's what we are. That's the MAGA joy. These two chubby friends go to a restaurant together. One of them orders a salad, and the other one orders a big and various meal that's got the spaghetti, it's got bacon, it's got burgers, chicken, lots of desserts and all that. And they get talking about their diet, and one says to the other, well, I'm on this low carb, low sugar diet. And the other one says, you lack self discipline. It's the one who's ordered all that food. You lack self discipline. What do you mean? You're on one diet. I'm on all the diets. That explains why I get to order this incredible meal, because there's a diet that supports me eating anything. And as long as I apply these diets selectively, I can eat whatever I want. But in terms of self-discipline, you're on one diet, I'm on all of them. Okay, see the problem there? Apply that to morality. This is where you'll notice a difference between two ways that people handle morality. One is that the more moral laws they can name, the more moral they are. They collect moral laws the way that Imelda Marcos collected shoes. That is, the more she had, the more status she had. The more you can police other people on their immorality, the more moral that proves you are. The other is what I'd call moral triage, where you actually recognize that it's really expensive to live by and try to enforce moral rules. It's exhausting. You have to actually impose some self-discipline on yourself. And you have to be very careful about how many morals you indulge in claiming that you're in favor of. Moral triage, like triage, you have to figure out what's hopeless. You're never going to be able to change this about human nature. I would put in this category transcending ego. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. Humans have it, okay? So those are the ones you should just give up on. We're not going to drop all our egos and deluding passions, as the Buddhists might say. The others are the ones that it's okay. People can live by the. I mean, people can indulge. Throw the dog a bone. They can indulge in this thing. It's not going to cause any major problems. And then you focus on the ones that are really where you could make a difference. The morals where you can make a difference. Now, We just came through an era of relative abundance here in the United States, and there was a way in which we all, liberals and conservatives, collected up a lot of moral rules. That is, that we acted as if we could custom design reality to meet our pure moral standards. And there's great ego satisfaction in acting like if you were in charge of the world, you would impose all of these moral rules. Uh, the liberals got in trouble for it because we were so damn PC. But we got in trouble with it with the people who took that strategy and ran with it. This is the Trump movement. The Trump movement claims every virtue to infinity and goes around blaring its police siren at everybody else for violating their infinite quantity of moral standards. They apply their moral standards selectively, like that super chubby big eater at the restaurant who said, I just apply all rules, but selectively. To eat bacon, I claim that I'm on the bacon allowing diet. To eat dessert, I claim I'm on the dessert allowing diet. And the Trumpists go a step further, which is the equivalent of this person on all the diets calling out the person who's eating the salad for violating one or another of the diets that happens to discourage salad. So, big difference. And it's not got to do with the lifestyle, Brian. It doesn't matter if you're left or right or whatever. There is this sense of self-satisfaction that comes from claiming all the moral rules and then pulling out your butt, whichever one you need to moralize at others and rationalize what you do. That is a popular human move. It would be extremely convenient if we all could just live by that kind of moral code, the moral code where you get to pull out your butt, whatever saves your ass in the moment. But that's not really how morality works. It's extremely expensive to impose moral rules, and we should do it as selectively as possible, especially in tough times. We shouldn't, in tough times, claim all the morals any more than if you were just diagnosed if you're chubby and you were just diagnosed as at risk of a heart attack, that is not the time to claim to be on all the diets and then justify eating whatever you want. If you want to live, and I want us to live, I'm trying to get that to happen. So whether you're left or right or religious or spiritual or everything, try moral triage. It's the harder, it's the more self-disciplined approach to it. Pick your battles and then pick your sub-battles. Don't claim that you're more moral because you have collected as many moral rules as Imelda Marcos has collected shoes. I know that's an older reference. Some of you guys don't know this, but the president of the Philippines for a while had a wife named Imelda Marcos, and when they finally raided her palace, they found an extraordinary number of shoes, like a pathological number of shoes. That's how some people are about morality. They just collect them all, claim to be a champion for every moral virtue, and then apply them selectively.